What's up everyone, OC to the Extreme here with what appears to be another room tour. It's already been 6 months since I started making YouTube videos and where I made my first room tour. And even though I haven't made a lot of videos in those 6 months, I plan to make more now since I have more time and it's the summer right now. So in those 6 months my room has changed a fair bit, so let's get started. To our right we have a shelf with some trophies from the recent years. On the shelf there's also a regular alarm clock, some papers, little sunglasses visor, clean cloths, hand sanitizer, and some tissues to bring out. And these are just some trophies I've gotten in the last few years. The boat thing in the back isn't exactly a trophy, but I won it from a riding competition, so it sort of reminds me of it. Random pictures of me when I was very young. This was years ago. Some more trophies, random tape, ruler, 2 locks I used in school, and my Rubik's Cubes, which I do know how to solve. Here is just some music I use for violin. This is an orchestra folder right here. This is some basic technique practice that is very useful for any player. And this is summer work for me. AP Biology, AP US, Spanish, online, and then just a book that was recommended for late high school students, and it's probably going to be useful when I go to college too. So here is my school book bag. It also has a laptop pocket, which makes it very useful as you can put everything in it and it's still comfortable. Music stand. Right now I am playing the Gypsy Airs piece and also the Symphony Fantastique. And here in that bottom shoebox is just some basic tools, screwdrivers, something like that. Here is what I use whenever I go take the SAT or some test, because it has pencils, extra batteries, and you can put a calculator in there. Here is a shelf with just some random stuff like old watches, some other junk. And this is a drawer with pens. This one, more pens, just random office supplies up there too. And here is my closet. Get a better view of it for you. And inside, it's dark, but somewhat not the neatest closet you could ever get, but still it's not that messy. There's just some pants, some other clothes hanging up there. Hanging on this door, my belts and ties, which you probably can't see behind there, but there is my MacBook box. Turn the light on for you. There are some other boxes, like the bottom is my 4650 graphics card, my T100 Sony box. There are the magazines for my airsoft gun. Some other boxes, the RS rail for my airsoft gun, the Linksys E1000 box. Behind here is my tripod, and there is our ancient VHS camcorder, which we don't really use anymore. So, basically my closet. Close that up. Let's continue. Last time I had a room tour, back here was just a whole mess of wires. Now it's clean completely. There's the only thing obstructing the way is that little air vent blocking thing right there, and this wire. So this is my first shelf. Show you the top on this side. There's a small personal fan, 2 clocks, both which I got as presents a while ago, thermometer, the remote for this camcorder, remote for the MacBook, because they still actually included those back then. And then I still have no idea what this is. It's something, it pops open and there's like some foam or something soft in there. It almost looks like something you could copy a key of, but it's not that. And here's just a regular notebook or memo book. And going down, we have the paper tray. Here's just some waste paper or one-side used paper, some other paper, notebook paper, and then just some random notebooks down there. Here is some packaging I haven't thrown away yet. My old boombox, and down here is where things get a bit different. On the top are the cases for my external hard drives. Here is a box of medals. I can show you. Just medals I've won over the years. Here is a box of other junk. There are the paper boats I made for a project in my old MP3 player. Here, this CD case is full of my illegal softwares or copied softwares from random places across the world. This Puma shoebox down here is just completely full of cables and other things like that, like VGA cables, DVI. Here is my iPod case. This has a few cables in it, and this box on the top has the cables I use most of the time, like the iPod cable, camera cables, this yellow thing down there, and those are the dock adapters for what dock I have. I'll show you later. Okay, and now everything's back. Let's continue. This is just a little pile of stuff, random stuff. I have Chili's menu, random Verizon ads, Best Buy ad, some math information that they mailed me because they want me to go to summer camp, Alienware, Sony, my Asian Armal math books. I have two of these right here. And then let's move on to the table. So over here is one of my surge protectors. White plug is for the MacBook power adapter. The black plugs are for the boombox, fan, and lamp. I'll show you later. Moving up, here is the white MacBook. Has a Logitech mini cordless mouse connected to it. Still the same, except for it has a new Targus cooling pad because I figured it was impossible to use on your lap unless you had one. And this one, since this has some soft cloth, you can use it easily on your lap. Here is my black disc lamp that's clipped onto the desk. Some packaging tape, TI-84 Silver Edition calculator, 2 rulers down there. Over here is my contact solution and a pink mirror, but it doesn't really matter. Flashlight, staples, glue. Right here is the all-important PSAT practice. And I forgot to show you, here is my office chair. It's not the same way as last time, but I'm only using it because our brother's not using it right now. So, it doesn't really matter. I didn't have to pay for it. And moving on, here are some sticky notes. Over here is violin rosin. Behind there you can also see a mute. It's a black thing beside the stapler. There's a stapler, tape, electronic stapler. And back here is also just a random DVD of G.I. Joe. And this is where I put my pens and pencils I use most often. Here's also another lamp, and this is the mini DVI to VGA adapter, also hooked up to a VGA adapter already for this monitor when I use the MacBook on a big screen.